Welcome to Yoga by Beka. Today is day 10 of our 30-day yoga challenge. Let's start out on the mat, just meditating and taking a few moments to breathe deeply in and deeply out. Slowly dip your head down, reaching your chin to your chest, and roll first to the right shoulder, then back through center and to the left, then back over to the right, and make a full circle all the way around. Change directions. Extend the left hand out to the side with the hand flexed and let your right ear dip down to your right shoulder. You can gently pull your head a little bit closer to deepen the stretch. Arms back down. Now the left hand can reach over and tilt your left ear close to the left shoulder. Right hand out straight, extended with the palm flexed. Breathe deeply in and deeply out. Release. Arms high in the sky, and then release the arms down, twisting to the right, back up to the sky, then exhale and twist to the left. Now arms back up into the air, high in the sky, twist to the right, back to center. Now release, twist to the left, right palm touching the knee. Slowly walk your hands in front of you, stretching your back over your legs, tensing the fingers, creating tension, and stretching the arms in the back. Walk your hands over to the left, getting a nice side stretch. Then slowly walk the hands back to center, and then walk them towards your right side, getting a nice side bend in the left side body. Slowly walk the hands back to center. Push yourself upright. And when ready, swing the legs around and behind you. Sit on your heels and let's rotate our wrists out, warming them up. Rotate them first to the right, then the left. Then do some finger exercises. Lift your elbows up, widening out the fingers, then back to prayer position several times. And then pretend to type an imaginary keyboard. Raise the arms up and shake them as hard as you can, then lower them back down and rotate your wrists. If you find to have any kind of trouble with arthritis in your fingers, that can really help alleviate some of the inflammation. Get on all fours in tabletop position, and on the rhythm of your breath, do cat-cow poses to warm up the spine. Breathe in, curve the spine to the ceiling. Exhale, drop the belly down towards the ground. Inhale, spine up towards the ceiling. Lift your knees off the mat an inch or so. Warm the arms up by bending the elbows a few times, getting used to carrying your body weight. Then set the knees down and go back into some cat-cows. Get into a neutral spine and rotate your body around, first clockwise, then counterclockwise several times, and change the position of your hands so that your fingertips point to your knee. Pull your knees off the mat about an inch or so, and bend the elbows slightly a couple times, warming up the wrists and the arms. Wiggle it out. Any kind of tension or anything from your arms, just let them go floppy. Sit back down on the mat. Extend the right foot in front of you with a straight leg, left leg bent, hugging it into your chest. Point and flex, point and flex. Arms high in the sky and fold over your right leg. Grab your foot to sort of deepen the stretch if you can. Breathe deeply in and out. And if it's in your mind to do so, wrap your arms behind you, including the left leg in your own embrace. Kind of squeezing and hinging on the hips even lower towards the top of your right thigh. Keep your foot flexed. Release and push your trunk upward in an upright position. Shrug your shoulders in and shrug them out to release any tension. Extend the left foot out, foot flexed. Experiment with rocking forward and backward on your sits bones. Arms high in the sky, hinge from the hips, and reach over and capture your foot. Your left foot stays flexed. Then slowly get into a bind, grabbing your arms behind you, but include your right bended leg in its embrace. And sort of push your chest to be a little bit closer to your left top thigh. Extend the legs out. Give yourself a nice stretch. Transition yourself into downward facing dog. Take a few moments to pedal out the feet. Noticing the sensation of the mat under your toes. Walk your feet slowly up to meet your hands at the top of the mat into forward fold. Bend the knees generously and curl your spine up into mountain pose. Arms touch. Reach up to the ceiling, straighten your posture. Then swan dive down into forward fold. Lift up halfway with a flat back, resting your hands on your upper thighs, and then release back down into a forward fold, decompressing your back. Step back on your right foot with both knees slightly bent. Pull yourself upright like a warrior one position, but with the knees bent into crescent lunge. Reach higher in the sky and then turn to the right side. Left hand goes in front of you, right goes in back into a spinal twist. Breathe in, arms back to center, chest center. Release the hands down by your foot into a bit of a lizard lunge. Rocking slightly back and forth. Now let the left foot meet with the right in the back into plank position. Tilt forward slightly and then slowly lower your body down, chaturanga. Pull yourself up into cobra position and then tuck your chin and push your body up and back into downward facing dog. There should be a lot of space between your shoulders and your ears. You're opening your chest, opening the shoulders, pushing your belly close to the tops of the thighs. Slowly walk your feet upward to meet your hands in the front of the mat. Forward fold. Bend your knees and slowly uncurl your body to be back in a standing position. Take a deep breath, arms reach high in the sky, and then exhale and swan dive yourself back into standing forward fold. Lift up halfway with a flat back, and then release back into forward fold. Now this time, step your left foot back behind you with both knees bent. On a breath in, breathe in and arms reach up high in the sky. Both knees are bent in crescent lunge. Hips are facing forward. Now breathe in and slowly twist towards the left. Facing the left, your right arm is in front of you. Left arm is behind you. Getting a nice spinal twist and working on stability. Now back to center. Swoop your hands down. Step back into plank position. Slowly bend the elbows and chaturanga. Lower yourself down. Pull the chest up and open into cobra. And then this time push yourself back into child's pose for a few moments, letting your forehead rest on the mat. Pull yourself back up into tabletop position. Do a few cat-cows, and then slowly walk your hands in front of you, lowering your chest fully down onto the ground. And if you have to readjust yourself like I do, go ahead. Try to get your knees to be underneath your hips. This is called puppy pose. This will open up your shoulders. When ready, pull yourself back up into tabletop, pushing from the floor, and step your right foot in front of you with your knee bent into pigeon pose. Your leg does not have to be at a 90-degree angle. If you have sensitive knees, your right heel can come closer to that left hip. Bend over it, step it back to meet the other into plank position. Rock forward slightly and lower yourself down, chaturanga, pulling your chest up into cobra pose or upward facing dog. Then this time, step your left foot to be in front of you, your knee bended. Your left heel can be close to your right hip bone if you have sensitive knees. Sit up tall and proud, and then slowly lower your chest down and over top of your knee. And then sit up, step your foot back to meet the other. Tuck your chin and curl up and back into downward facing dog. Slowly walk your feet to meet your hands at the top of the mat. Bend the knees and slowly lower down into a seated position. Because I do tend to suffer with low back pain that's very chronic, I like to incorporate a lot of Sufi grinds into the practice. So sit cross-legged and just slowly rock your sits bones up, front, over, then exhale and go back, around, and back to front. Imagine if you have a peanut butter jar that's empty and you're trying to scrape peanut butter out of all the sides of the jar. Arms up, twist over, place your right hand on your left knee and take your left arm and lean over towards your right knee. Hands back to center in the sky, sitting tall. Now the other side, taking the left hand on your right knee, hold it and just reach over diagonal to reach over top across the left knee with the right hand. Now back to center, arms high in the sky, release, and let's do some shoulder shrugs. If you have tightness and stiffness in your neck and shoulders when you wake up, I always like to take a little time to shrug, build tension, and then just drop the shoulders down. And then finally, do one last longer squeeze and a few head rolls and release. Take a few moments to collect yourself and breathe in and out and take inventory of your body and what it's telling you. If you have any tightness or if you notice any differences from the left and the right side. Yoke your mind together with your body and take notice of the feeling of your breath going in and out of your nose. The way your legs feel. By listening to my body, I feel like I need to do some more work with stretching and flexibility with my legs. So if it's something you might want to do, open your legs wide into a center seated straddle and bend your knees and windshield wiper your big toe left and right a little bit to introduce movement and to warm up all of the tendons and muscles. Rock forward slowly on your hips and walk your hands out a little bit. Try to pancake your chest to the ground. Just only go as what's comfortable. And let's hold this position to train our muscles to be comfortable. In uncomfortable poses that aren't natural to what we do every day. Breathe deeply in and deeply out. Fully relaxed while stretching at the same time, giving your muscles permission to release and open up even more. I like to rub my forehead left and right across the ground, giving me a head massage, as well as making my hips open up a bit more on the left and right side. Walk your hands back up to the center of your groin, using your hands to push your trunk of your body in an upright seated position. Spend some time flexing and pointing your feet. Reach over and grab your left foot with your right hand, getting a nice side body stretch. Then breathe in and go back up to center, and then now the other side. Float your left hand over to your right foot, grabbing that foot if it's possible. Breathing in and out while you stretch. Now back up to center. Let's put your feet together in crisscross applesauce. Rock leg forward and backward on your sits bones a few more times. And let's take some time to just sort of get ourselves comfortable and meditate. After all of that movement, take some time forcing yourself to be silent and still. Shower and wash the mind clean. With your eyes closed, imagine just a blank white wall. Breathe in and focus very seriously on the sensation of air moving in your nostrils and then blowing it out, feeling the air rush out of your nostrils. Thank you so much for practicing yoga.